What's going on, you guys? Blaise over here, Blue Chip Athletic Club podcast, coming to you on Christmas Eve out here while we're on the road in New Jersey. I'm on a little walk around the neighborhood. Wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today because I had my mind on it as I was doing a little training session outside about training towards your goals and what that kind of looks like based on who you are. Real quick, all the sponsors are going to be in the show notes. Can't even talk today. Boy, it's a little bit windy and cold, needless to say, and I'm exhausted after living in California and Florida. But again, sponsor is going to be in the show notes. First Form, Sweet Perfections, Log 10, Build Different Mastermind group. You guys know if you want to get in with some private coaching one-on-one with us or come train in our app, we're still doing a free month. And if you want to stay, it's just $20 to be able to, train with an awesome community of people and continue to look, move, and feel your best. So without belaboring that too much, getting into now our message for the day, which is training towards your goals. So I am not a bodybuilding coach. I am not a strictly, I'll call mobility, animal flow style coach. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, as of now, I don't necessarily have a desire to go on stage. And I don't necessarily have a desire to, I'll say, for lack of a better term, crawl around on the ground and kind of do, I'll call like animalistic flows. That may change. It may be something that I want to kind of investigate, and I've probably dabbled in kind of all styles of training, mobility, whatever the thing becomes. But where I've kind of landed, and I feel like I feel the best in the way that I look, the way that I move, and the way that I feel is this realm of athletic training and training to be an athlete. So what does that mean? I'm training so that I can go out and play beer league sports and not pull a hamstring running to first base. I'm training so that I can get on and off the floor with my nephew later today and not hurt and potentially be able to do it without my hands. I'm training so that I can run, I can jump, I can sprint, I can bound, I can carry things, I can get into a squat unassisted, all of those things. And I'm not going to tell you that there's only one right way to train, because there's not. There's a million different ways. And at the end of the day, as long as you're getting out and moving, I think that's important. But training to what that goal is, I think, is really key as well. So, if you're sitting there and you see somebody who looks the way that you want to look, moves the way that you want to move, emulating their training style is probably something that's going to work for you. That is why people pay a ton of money, let's say clothing brands or whatever, to have athletes wear their clothes, because, you as a consumer see them in the clothes and you're like, oh, I want to look like that. I want to move like that. I want to be like them. So then you buy the clothes. It's marketing 101. When you can find somebody who emulates the way that you want to move or looks the way you want to look, that's the way to do it. Now, I like being able to scratch my back when I want to. I don't have a desire to be bone shredded down to the, I guess to the low to mid single digit body fat percentage and be on stage being scrutinized by a panel of judges. Then again, it's not nothing against that, just not part of my goals currently. And again, my overarching goal that I feel like leaned into, and I think it's important for everybody to kind of sit down and think about theirs, is, hey, I want to move when I'm 80. I want to dance on my 80th birthday, I think, is where I've kind of landed. I want to play basketball with, grandchildren, potentially great grandchildren someday. I want to be able to not go into a nursing home. I want a full life where I can hike and swim and bike and not be restricted and not have to say no because I'm immobile or in pain for some reason. And the way that I've landed on doing that is putting on lean muscle mass. It is eating properly nutritious diet, lean proteins, healthy carbs and fats, and really just showing up every single day. Like I said at the beginning of, or I guess I did it in an Instagram story earlier today, but like my training session today was 30 minutes. Um, you know, it doesn't have to be some Herculean effort where you have to be in the gym for 2 hours and you're doing a million sets reps of, curls and squats and all these things. Like you can get in, get out, move dynamically, and then find some success, even if it's 30 minutes 3 times a week for your goal. Now, obviously, there's a risk reward. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke. If you're somebody who wants to look ripped like Rambo, that's going to take more effort. It's going to take more dedication, more consistency in the gym, more consistency with your diet, more consistency with saying no to things that you previously would have said yes to. And that is okay. For a season, the only thing that I'll say is, where I think it really gets people is finding the thing that you can do sustainably for them, because that's the downside of selling health and wellness is that you can't really turn it off. It's something that like you have to do this, you have to move, you have to eat well, you have to train, you have to lift weights, you have to, do mobility until you die, or else it goes away. It is a perishable skill. And it's not sexy, and it's not happy, and it's not easy. Oh man, it's getting a little cold back here. If only I were selling magic like Disney World, I think I'd have a lot easier time, but we're not. So the reality is how to convince, not even convince, I'm trying to just bring to your attention the importance of doing these things every day, doing them in a sustainable way. And if you can find the clip that you can do forever, your results just, skyrocket. I mean, it's not about this grind of Monday through Friday, you train every single day, and then you binge on the weekends, drinking, eating, or just fucking off, and lose all of the quote unquote progress that you made. You feel like you're yo-yoing back and forth. Like you find a clip. Instead of drinking, 7 beers 3 nights a week, maybe you drink a beer every night a week. And then maybe it's, you're finding the clip, the thing that you can do forever. And then you start to kind of peter all those things in to where you can kind of align them with your goals. And that's the real big thing I want to stress today is aligning your training, your lifestyle, and all those things with where you want to be. I think, as I get older, it's about dancing at the 80th birthday, but it's always cool to be shredded. It's always cool to be lean, have muscle definition. I mean, that's always going to be something that is appealing. Everybody wants to look better naked, and we're here to kind of help people do that as well. And that may even be the thing that gets you in the door. That may be the thing that drove you to the page. Me doing a shirtless workout that, to be completely honest with you, I don't love doing. But that is the sizzle on the steak that brings people in to our community, to our group. And then we're able to show you the real sustainable way, the low burn fire, if you will, the crock pot method, so that you can find the way to get to your sustainable version of success. And yours probably looks different from mine, looks different from somebody else. So if you're somebody who's, struggling in your sleep, stretch, and recovery, struggling in your nutrition, your training, you want to look, move, and feel better, especially for my pilots, active duty military members, and athletes. I'll call beer league athletes for lack of a better term. We're here. We see you guys, and we're ready to kill 2026 with you. So feel free, hit us up. If you got any questions, I'm going back inside, spend some more time with family. It is cold as shit out here. Hope you guys enjoy your Christmas and New Year's, and we'll see you guys in 2026. Remember, you don't stop playing because you get old. You get old because you stop playing. Peace.